Hello and welcome to another edition of Neo's Arcade News. Today I have less in the way of news and more in the way of a channel update. Let's get into it. So first I want to thank all the people who have messaged me, contacted me in various ways, offering support and thanking me or otherwise offering me kind words about the channel and about what I've been trying to do. Interestingly, I started Neo's Arcade News probably about 2 or 3 weeks before working with Kevin at Spreetail on the Arcade Insiders. And I started the channel mostly because I was getting a lot of information, not just from Kevin, but from several other sources in the industry that I wanted to make sure people were hearing. And there's only so much that I could report on via the usual methods, Reddit and Facebook, that sort of thing. I couldn't always provide the context around some of the stories that I was receiving and information I was hearing about. So I started the channel with the goal of being able to provide a little bit more direct information and more context and just kind of get some of that information out there. And I started doing that. And then all of a sudden, after talking for a while with Kevin at Spreetail, we found ourselves having long conversations and thought, well, it makes sense for other people to hear some of this stuff too. And why not just have the conversation with the community instead of just with each other? So out of that and out of a desire to have a more direct communication between the community and people that are able to make a difference in the products that we get, specifically Kevin, we decided to start the Arcade Insiders. The irony is that all of the news and information that I was receiving throughout the week, in terms of what came from Kevin and other resources related to Basic Fun or Iconic Arcades or Wonderland Amusements primarily, and also some other industry things, it made sense to share those things on the Arcade Insiders so that we could have a more sort of interactive platform to engage with the community. So that show was happening, once a week now. But in between, all the stories that I might have been talking about that were related to those companies, I was no longer really able to share on Neo's Arcade News. So at the same time, it kind of meant that I was growing in what I was doing with Kevin and growing with what was happening with the community, but also not really being able to have the time or the content to do a whole lot with Neo's Arcade News. So that's why you haven't seen as much on this channel as I would like. And it's not because I've forgotten about it. It's because a lot of that content and information has now shifted to this other channel. So we can have a more robust conversation about those things instead of just hearing it from me. So I give it some thought and decided that's really where I want to focus my attention, is kind of growing that dialogue. Ironically, again, of course, the stuff that I share there, I can no longer use on my own channel, which sort of means that, this just does not have the content that I had originally. And that's fine. I'm totally okay with that because I think it's going to be better for the community in the long run, even if it doesn't serve my own channel specifically. So, all that being said, I'm using this message today to basically just share with you that I decided to pause Neo's Arcade News as a channel, or at least as a primary driver of news, so I can instead focus on the Arcade Insiders. So you'll still hear from me frequently, just as much as before. In fact, we have plans to do a lot more with that than even what you've seen so far. That's just going to be where I put my primary energy versus building my own personal channel. So I'm certainly not going anywhere. If anything, you'll see even more of me. But I did want to let you know why you're not going to see a lot of content right here. So I'll keep this channel open. Maybe in the future, I'll use it for doing things that I can't do with the Arcade Insiders. But for now, that's mostly where I'm going to be. So again, I want to thank you for the support in doing this and the couple short weeks that I had it going, and invite everyone to join us on the Arcade Insiders, where we can hopefully have some robust conversations and continue to break news and make news and share things that we couldn't otherwise share directly in the past. So that's an exciting adventure and something that Kevin and I are really, dedicated to make into something that's a good, reliable source for the entire community. And I'm really looking forward to building that out to something even bigger in the future. So for now, again, I'm going to pause Neo's Arcade News as a primary news source on this channel at least, and I hope you will all join me over on the Arcade Insiders, where I hope to see you every week, Thursdays at 8 o'clock. Thanks again, and I hopefully will see you there.